Alrighty, hey yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more DFO Rush, this time on my Glacial Master. Now guys, I haven't really taken the time to explain kind of my rationale for making a bunch of characters on this account, and yeah, I've done it multiple times on the stream, but I'll just say, one goal that I have, obviously, is trying out a bunch of different characters. I wanted to, at least on this account, have at least one of every subclass on the account, mostly for Dress Up Fighter Online, so you can see this guy's rocking a costume, and you know, he's not really geared in it or anything, but I wanted to have at least one male mage on the account, and you know what, I think I've been thoroughly surprised as to how well I like this class. It's not one that I'm, you know, like, oh shit, this is like one of those main alts. It's definitely still one of those alts that I'm only using for TOD, and by the way, TOD is so fucking OP on this class, but definitely this is a class that I underestimated in how much I would enjoy him, and there's really a couple things about him, and I'm not going to change my build. Actually, my build, again, not really good for doing normal content. It's going to be good enough, though, you'll see, because the Glacial Master is really strong. Even if I'm getting comboed right here and seemingly getting wrecked, I'll be perfectly fine, trust me on that. But Male Mage in general, and Glacial Master in particular, does really, really well at kind of, I want to say, eliminating the pretense, or you know, the expectation I had of this class just being just this mage type guy. I think Male Mage is definitely a mage, a magic class, but he's not the type of magic class that you generally expect when you're thinking of a mage class. He really is one of these offensive mage types. He has a lot of different skills that put him in danger. Okay, you have a few that you can, of course, cast from far away, but look at like skills like this, which is the arrow, starts off long, and then the last attack it dashes literally right in front of him. You have a skill that's Ice Crasher, which I really like, which can be used. I mean, I just used that at minimum range right there, but you can use it from far away to jump into the fray, obviously. You have attacks that have kind of low AoEs like that, which again are not something that you can cast from far away. This one, obviously, you do cast from far away, so you at least have a few skills that work like that. But did I get the crane? You got all the cranes. But you know, again, here's another skill that requires you has this AoE that's only around you, so it requires that you have to be in combat. And again, we're gonna try to use the Ice Crasher to show how far you can actually jump with that skill. Almost all of these skills, as I've shown right now, require you to be actually in close proximity. Even, again, not a very good look here because this guy is countering that kind of playstyle. But that skill right there, the sword right there, the ice sword attack, another skill that has you getting into close range. Again, I've shown off pretty much all of the main skills that this class has. He has a couple of different builds, but most all of them, again, require you to get in people's faces. And that's one thing I just frankly did not expect with the Glacial Master, and it's for that reason that I like him so much more than I normally would with the mage class, and it's one reason that I respect him a lot. One thing you're probably going to tell me is, Rick, turn on your freeze passive, because that's the main thing about Glacial Master. I always forget the command for it, but it's is it this? No. What is it? It's this Ice Body. Weird passive, by the way. You turn it on, right? It's something that you have to turn on every time you sign into him. I think every day you sign into him. And now all of these enemies are actually getting frozen when they walk nearby with my attacks. It can be, you know, I turn it off, or you don't have to have it on all the time, since freezing isn't always what you want. But sometimes it is, obviously. Look at the AoE coverage right there. There's that guy kind of got wrecked. But yeah, like I said, a lot of moves that can get people's faces. That right there, just kind of like a grab attack. Good combos up close. I mean, look at this. Look at this shit, man. That is not something you expect with a class like this, I'm telling you. Definitely not something I expected. So this class, again, is one of those classes that got humongous buffs after the Second Awakening, as we used to grab right there and just go through people. Now, you might look at this class and think I'm ultra geared or something. I'm not. The only thing I have is, you know, I'm starting to build towards the Ice Meme Arrow set. This is just a freebie they gave us. And I got a little bit of water damage, and the rest is just growing equipment. Even the weapon is growing equipment. In fact, why am I wearing these fucking boots? What, did I accidentally replace them? Are these the growing? Okay, that'd have been a shame if I got rid of these, but yeah, I have growing equipment, which is just making me like really tanky. But it's not actually, you know, if you use our Second Awakening here, which is an amazing hold, which just holds for a massively long time and kills. Look at the damage, and kills in 1 second. Yeah, it's just something you didn't expect with a class like this, and I'm really happy that I made this class, and I had the pleasure of playing this class on this account. Even if I'm building a little bit unorthodox, there's a couple other builds that you can go focused around. Like, for instance, you can go an ice trap path, which is much more AoE focused. Again, like I said, TOD is something that I focused around, so I don't care about the AoE since most of my damage is single target damage anyway. But what a pleasant surprise to actually have this class on the account. Now, the second Awakening gave this class a lot of benefits, and actually All-in-One gave this class a lot of benefits. They kind of changed some things around. For instance, I actually made this class as my 1+1 character before the All-in-One patch, and I leveled strictly this character instead of my male striker. And I was leveling using techniques like the one I just showed there, the Grand Shatter, which are just big AoE attacks, and most of my other attacks just weren't doing a lot of damage. Like, for instance, the Ice Sword attack wouldn't do very much, and you relied on a lot of different skills than you do now. Now, a lot of your skills do a lot of damage. You got two new huge burst skills in the Shard Magnum, which is kind of a really quick burst skill, as well as the AoE Overfreeze. And those are the two skills, but then I just showed off the arrow, and then the new passive is just like the Lightning God energy, where it just kind of shoots this ice thing right there, and it does massive damage. So gave you a lot more offensive focused things that kind of synergize well with the fact that you're in people's faces. You really do kind of want to burst them down before they hit you, right? You're still a mage, you're still pretty damn squishy, so you're not going to be, you know, you still have to get in the shit of things, but at the same time, you have to remember, you're not just like this tanky beast. You still, you know, kind of had to beat out people in the burst department and hope they don't kill you first. So it's kind of the thing that I like about this class, right? So it's kind of risk-reward, I guess you could say. I mean, not really risky at all since this guy's so fucking strong, but not risky at all, but you get the idea, right? It's just something that kind of goes with how the kit is designed. And oh shit, can I get this guy off? Yes. And he's frozen, so good. This is a guy you really want to freeze. I was talking about this buff here, the Ice Body, that freezes enemies on your attacks. It kind of lasts. It's the only buff I know that like lasts forever. You don't have to cast it anymore, so long as you don't sign out on him or something. Like, or is it for the rest of the day? Like, you just don't have to worry about it. It's kind of weird like that, but you'd have to cast it one time a day or something like that, which is interesting. But so we go into our last dungeon here. I really don't have much else to show off on this class, guys. I mean, I think I've showed off everything at the start, what I really like about the class. And it's not that this class is, I don't want to go off and just say that the class is, like, boring. But, it does kind of feel like the kit itself might be a little bit stale because of how powerful all of his skills are. You can see right now, maybe that's not the main reason why, but you'll know that a lot of the male mages, well, really just this class in particular, he has like one viable OV set, even though he's really strong now when we talk about like Anton and stuff. He has one viable OV set in the Ice Meme Arrows, and that becomes the only thing that you do afterwards, which kind of limits the kind of variability you can have with the class, just kind of the diversity in the skills. You're not going to be doing anything else aside from the Meme Arrows. And, you know, that kind of is a shame, really, when he has so many things in his kit that are also equally as interesting, you know, things like the Ice Crasher. I personally do believe there's an Ice Crasher set, but yeah, not as good as the Meme Arrow set, right? It's just a shame that he kind of gets pigeonholed like that. But I do know a lot of geared Glacial Masters that really like this class, and they'll you know, actually rock in epics. That's really where you get a little bit of variety, but you have to make that jump like instantly to epics, you know. Legendaries, you might think that the Sea God set would be like freaking phenomenal. Actually isn't all that great, but you know, that's all up to subjection at this point since I don't actually have the set. But you get the idea, right? This class is really, his kit is awesome, but he's kind of pigeonholed when it comes to gear, is what I feel like. And you know, a surprising change of pace, honestly, to what I expected male mages to be, especially you know, having mage in your title. Who knew that you would actually be an offensive focused mage that was supposed to get in people's faces? That's hopefully I was able to show that off with this video, guys, and maybe if you had preconceptions about the male mage and the Glacial Master in particular, hopefully I've changed that or made you showed off that you can be totally in your face with this class, and that's how it's intended to be played. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's a little bit of Glacial Master, and I will catch you knights later.